Welcome to DeaconsTable MiniAdventures, set in the mystical and diverse world of Foreverland, or as the elves call it, Oyala Endor, specifically in the enchanting Middlelands and the mysterious Mistwood Forest. These one-shot adventures are designed for both seasoned adventurers and newcomers alike. Each session is a self-contained story packed with exploration, creative problem-solving, and thrilling challenges, allowing players to dive in without long-term commitments. With a revolving cast of players from our DeaconsTable Discord community, every adventure brings fresh faces, unique characters, and unexpected twists. Tailored for 2-hour sessions and adaptable for 4 players, by default, the mini-adventures scale dynamically to match group size and character levels. Whether you're navigating arcane ruins, braving treacherous groves, or confronting ancient foes, every session weaves a new tale in the ever-growing tapestry of Foreverland. These adventures will be available for sale on our Patreon page. Hey, all you role players, gamers, geeks, freaks, and everyone in between. I am Deacon Blues, your resident DM here at DeaconsTable, and welcome to another episode of MiniAdventures. This is episode number 16. It's actually a two-part adventure as these guys are hopefully finishing off what's left of this particular venture. It won't be a long episode, but I shouldn't say that. You never know with this crew. It could be could stretch it out. We'll have to wait and see. So welcome everybody to the Middlelands as well. Where they are currently is in the Middlelands. They are north of the town of Mistwood, north of the Mistwood Forest, right on the shores of Lake Miramir. And of course, it is the town of Gilded Hollow, where they have come to solve the mystery of some cursed coins, and hopefully getting to the bottom of that. When we last left the group, they were just gained entrance into the guild house of Weights and Measures, and they are headed down to the vault area now. But before we get started, let's introduce all the players, who they are, who they're playing, and we'll go from there. So we're going to start off with the person right below me, and that would be Red. Red, who are you, and who are you playing, my friend?
Oh, I'm Garrett. I'm going to be playing Red, the Gearforged Rogue, who's like a little 3'4" mini thief. He's all red, and he's got like big red, yellow glowing eyes, and he likes to steal stuff.
Excellent. And we'll go down below him. And Valnil, who are you? Who are you playing?
Hey, name's Ace. I'll be playing Valnil. Reborn, frostborn human folk. And a cleric of the Grave Pact. Specifically, Grave Pact of Grieva, but beyond a point.
Grieva. Okay. And below him is Dipper, Mabel Banks. Who are you? Who are you playing? You're muted. Oops.
It's always one of us is going to have to do that. It never fails. One of us mutes. So I'm playing Mabel Bince, otherwise known as Dipper. She calls herself Dipper to those who doesn't know. She is a 16-year-old human thief, and that's pretty much all I really have to say about that. Oh, she is an arcane thief, so that might be helpful.
Okay. Excellent. So she can dabble in some magic. And below Mabel is, last but not least, Luca. Luca, who are you and who are you playing?
Hey, hi, this is Jenny here. I'm playing Luca Greycliff. Luca is a forest-born human warlock, raised in the Ether Bloom, and she is also, like Mabel, a teenager, though not really know it because she never really kept track of time and where she lived in the Ether Bloom. But yeah, she has a unicorn patron and is been helping out around Mistwood.
Excellent. Excellent. For those watching and for those that tune in, everything is available on our Ko-Fi page. You can link to it through our link bio. It's lnk.bio/DeaconsTable. That would be this one right here. If you follow that link, it'll give you all of our connections to all of our social media, including our Discord community, as well as the Ko-Fi community and our merch community and so on. On the Ko-Fi page, with the membership, of course, you get these things for free. If you don't mind waiting for them, you'll get them for free anyway through our Discord community. But if you want access to all the printed material, the PDF formats, the regions such as the Middlelands, the final release of that has just been released. The Aetherbloom, region is also available. The Aetherbloom is our version of the Feywild. So these are available for you for download, for purchase, or for free if you become a member of the community. So again, with that out going too much further, I want to kind of get into our adventure and figure out what's going on and where people are currently. You were headed down some stairs, a narrow stairwell of time-worn stone etched faintly with forgotten trade glyphs as you descend. The air shifts, no longer the sharp scent of wax and paper, but copper, salt, and something older. Beneath the house of this house of commerce lies something far more ancient. The stairwell opens up into a wide chamber, carved from black-veined marble, its surface spider-webbed with veins of glinting gold. A faint golden mist coils just above the floor, disturbed with each step you take. To your right stands a plinth bearing a cracked ledger, open to a faded entry dated what looks like over a century ago. The walls are engraved with spiraling glyphs that shimmer when you approach, whispering just on the edge of hearing. Those whispers that you were hearing before, now you all kind of hear just on the edge. You know that there's voices that are trying to get through. A single massive vault door of polished bronze stands to the south, covered in lock mechanisms that glow faintly with arcane energy. What's everybody doing?
I guess I'll investigate the arcane stuff.
Okay, what part? Are you the ledger that's on the side, or the actual lock mechanism, or?
I guess the ledger.
Okay. You head over to the ledger.
I was about to say, can I assist?
Yes, you can assist. So you can make this roll, Mabel, with advantage.
Okay.
But let's figure out where we are here. You're going to need to make me Actually, make me an Arcana check.
Okay.
We lost Luca.
Okay, she'll be back.
Arcana. Okay. Dirty 22.
Okay. As you're investigating, there is definite magical residue around the ledger itself. And it looks like there was like an indent on top. But the final entry is scrawled as you're kind of examining it. It is scrawled in faded gold ink, so you can barely read it. Balance through worth. Do not forget what must be paid. And below it, it's hardly even visible. It's like deteriorated through time. Sits between the pages a preserved flower, pressed flower. Roll me an insight check.
Okay.
Would you mind repeating what that script said, the last entry?
What's that?
Would you mind repeating what you said that last entry was?
Yep. The last entry says balance through worth. Do not forget what must be paid. What did you roll on your insight?
Nat 21.
Okay. It's a token of mourning.
Okay, so I would let the group know what this is.
I'm gonna roll a religion check on that one, if you do not mind.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, can I investigate? I don't know. Is there anything like on the walls or in the surrounding area that I can kind of pick through?
There is like symbols leading towards the locking mechanism on the opposite wall.
I'd like
If
to
you want to
investigate those. If I
investigate
can.
Insight or Arcana?
Sorry, who are you talking to? I apologize.
You.
Okay.
Insight or Arcana.
Right.
I'll go insight because I don't have a -1 in that. That's not bad. 13.
Yeah, you really, I mean, you don't really make anything out. You know, this is a significant lock.
Okay.
There's something that it's not a simple picking.
I was going to
lock
say,
in
is
this
there a way
area.
that I could try to pick it? But
Yeah, you determine that. Yeah, this is beyond that kind of skill.
Okay.
Well, you were checking. What were you checking, Val?
I was doing a religion check on that token of mourning.
Okay,
I rolled a 15.
it's a token of mourning. A lot of
So-
traditions used them. The coin bound used it as well as a token of mourning. They would leave a pressed
Okay,
flower
so it's not
behind them.
tied to any specific religion or
Nope.
any specific god. Okay.
Nope.
I got to stir.
Might be tied to the spirit that it was left for, but other than that, it's hard to tell. Anybody else want to do anything?
Luca would walk around, kind of looking at the walls and the whole room itself, and eventually end up over by the door to kind of examine it a little bit.
Okay. You're over by the door, and you're looking at this mechanism and the symbolic glyphs that are leading towards it. And you kind of look at the mechanisms work their way across over to where that plinth is, where that ledger book is open. Make me an Arcana or Insight check.
Okay, that would be Arcana of 21.
Damn, nice.
You trace these symbols and the mechanisms and the faint magical residue. The ledger and the indent that's actually in the book is like a pressure plate of some kind. And it's linked to this door. And you do know, and you're through that Arcana and your investigations and watching the glyphs and watching how the magic works, this lock must be paid not in gold, but in some symbolic value.
Did we find these mysterious coins, or was that a different game? I think that might have been Into the Depths.
It might have been, yeah, that was Into the Depths.
Okay, cool.
Because you guys thought they might have been cursed later on in the dungeon. Yeah. The coins here are cursed. You do have some of those coins from when you guys were up on the street with the beggar guy.
Yeah, you stole a couple, and we didn't notice.
So,
That's true. I did.
are there symbols around where the ledger is resting on the plinth?
Now I remember.
Yeah, that's what you used all of them to determine what you did. But yes, there are. They kind of lead their way over there, and they're basically telling you that you have to pay the price to enter the vault, and it has to be something of value to you.
Okay, she would relay this to the others that to enter, it seems you have to pay a price. I think probably not just gold, but something valuable to you.
Yeah, and you're saying that to the rest of the party?
Yes.
Okay. Red will walk up with a plain old dagger, just a plain old dagger, and say, "This was my mother's dagger on my father's side, and it was very important to me. Yeah, it was the most
Okay.
important dagger I've ever seen."
Was it?
I'm not. I'm trying to deceive this
Okay.
thing.
Well, you can make me a deception check.
Absolutely. I was hoping you would say that. But very
Might not actually have any effect, but I'll let you roll a deception check.
how about a natural 20 for 26?
Okay.
Do I deceive?
You set it down on the book, and it kind of sinks in a little bit, and you see it settle down, and nothing seems to happen for a moment, 2 moments, 3 moments.
Well, guys, I tried my best.
The ruins flash red, and the golden mist thickens and rises and becomes semi-sentient shape. The golden mist rises sharply, shaping into a twisted reflection of yourself.
Oops.
Your eyes are wide, your hands are clutching what probably is an invisible coin. Your mouth is whispering in hunger, and you feel their greed clawing at your mind. Make me a DC 15 wisdom saving throw, please.
Wow. 8.
Okay. These whispers surge into your thought. I need to make a roll here.
This is what happens when you F around.
Yep, you found out.
I had to try.
Take 6 points of psychic damage,
Yay.
and you have disadvantage on all insight and charisma checks until the end of this scene.
That's fine. I'm not very good at those anyways, so. I'm sorry. I'll take my dagger back and yeah. Yeah, I had to try. Sorry, guys.
Oh no, that's what she told you.
Ooh, what? You're muted if you're trying to talk, Val.
Sorry. So my plan is basically I'm gonna pick if the idea is that you need something important to you, Vana's actually gonna step up and place her shovel on the book.
Okay, what's the significance of the shovel?
This is her father's shovel. This is the shovel she's been carrying with her ever since her entire village went down.
Isn't it your
Okay.
weapon too?
Yes.
Okay, so you use it as your primary weapon. It was your father's thing. It's something you've held on to since your village was
Since
overrun.
Rushi went basically burning and everyone became undead.
Okay. So you place that on the plinth. Same thing. By the way, the dagger disappears.
Hell. That's fair.
The shovel, you see it sink down on the plinth. And it sinks down, and it sits. And it sits. And it sits. And all of a sudden, the shovel disappears. And as your item, your shovel, fades into the golden light and sinks into the ledger, this large bronze vault door, you see the mechanism start to twist and turn and rotate. It clicks, and it recedes into the floor. Beyond it, golden light spills forth, too warm to be mundane, and the air grows thick with ancient memory and something almost alive. And let us.
What did you do, Val? Neil?
I did as we were instructed.
Uh-oh. What happened?
What happened?
Dipper's just kind of looking uncomfortable because one, she was not willing to give up something precious to her, and two, now weird things are happening.
So the door has opened.
The door has opened. Yep.
Yes, and Valna has lost her main weapon.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Table.
I got a couple of daggers if you want.
I got backup weapons. I have sickles and a maul.
No, you're fine then.
Okay.
Technically, the
As the vault door lowers into the stone, the light beyond pulses gold and then dim red. The chamber is circular and vast, its walls carved from obsidian veined with molten lines of copper and silver. Coins of all types coat the floor in shallow drifts, their edges gleaming like a still ocean of wealth. Your eyes are sparkling red, and Mabel, you're just there's coin everywhere. In the center stands a blackened plinth, and upon it a figure. It rises without a sound, humanoid, being composed of interlocking golden plates, melted silver, and stretched, threadbare flesh beneath. Its eyes burn like molten ore, and its mouth is sewn shut with fine chains. You feel a weight in your mind, but not pain, but pressure, expectation, and the coins around the floor begin to move. Let me bring up. Get them out. Yeah, bring it here. This dude. Right. He's a little bit bigger than average, but he's not much bigger. Let's just make him big because he is.
Oh my! He looks friendly.
Yeah, let's make him. So you can get.
Oh, he looks not friendly.
Ew.
Just to kind of give you an idea.
So curious, did her actual shovel disappear like the dagger did?
Yep, it's gone.
It's gone.
That's not nice. That's horrible.
Yeah, I know. But Valna's willing to sacrifice that in order to get this job done.
Okay, so at this point, I do need everybody to roll me initiative.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness! Holy, what the?
Why does it sound like you rolled really good?
No, I'm just checking something. Oh, that's why. Oh my god. Sorry. I'm good. Yeah, no, that sucked anyways.
Oh, okay. All right, Luca, what'd you roll?
17.
Dipper,
23.
Val,
14.
Red.
9.
Excellent. So top of the round.
It was a bad roll.
Top of the round. Dipper, that's you.
Ew.
So, Dipper, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Let's see.
First act.
Well, that thing doesn't seem very friendly, but I guess we'll see if we can talk to it first. Can we understand if it's speaking any language?
It hasn't
Not
talked
speaking
yet.
at all right now. It's completely silent.
It's completely silent. Okay. I guess I'll try talking to it in common and ask if it's knows what's going on here.
Ask if it can have its coins.
It just raises a hand and points back the way you came. It's just pointing past you guys. That's all it's doing. Is that all you're doing, Mabel?
Oh, she's not the best at diplomacy, so she's trying. She's like, can you answer any of our questions?
So you're just your whole intent for this initiative round is to talk to it?
Yeah,
Yes.
she's gonna try.
That's fair.
I don't know if you want it to answer with its mouth sewn shut. How is it going to answer?
Oh, true.
moves up to about there. So it's about 5 feet in front of each of you.
Okay, stranger danger. Stranger
I'm
danger.
I'm gonna
And
imagine
as it
the rest
does-
of the group and just be along the lines of like, well, I tried.
It releases a burst of blinding golden light.
Oh dear.
All of you need to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Well, of course, because I have to
Okay.
make it a disadvantage, don't I? Do I have to make it a disadvantage?
Actually, this is a new scene.
I was
Garrett.
gonna say, yeah, I wasn't sure. Yeah, I could. Thank God for that. Oh
Is it
wow!
charisma?
Luca's a 27.
Whoa! I rolled a natural 20 for 22.
Okay.
Jesus.
I'm supposed to be good at this. 8.
Oh.
Okay.
21, dirty.
Okay. Val, you are charmed.
Oh no! They charmed the cleric.
Oh dear.
This vault is a place of safety and truth.
Hmm. Oh,
And you're content just to be here and be amongst the wealth and the gold coins. And you can now hear the whispering, by the way.
do
And
we
they're all saying things like, "Oh, how important coins are, and how important it is to get more wealth and to build on that." And it's just very reassuring, though. It's nothing being aggressive towards you, but that's what it does. And that was its action for its round. And now we are on to Luca. You're up, and Val, you're on deck. But you're charmed.
Yeah,
Luca
that's not
will
gonna help much.
cast Armor of Agathis on herself.
Okay. So you cast Armor of Agathis. Val, what are you
And-
doing while you're charmed?
I assume I wouldn't have control over my character, but if I do,
Well, you're charmed. You're not. It's not dominate or anything like that. You're just charmed. You feel that this is a place of safety. This thing is not harmful.
okay. If that's the case, Vaughn would just turn to Luca and them and go, "Why are you fighting? There was no need. We are safe here."
Okay, and that brings us to Red. You're up.
Okay. Do I know, because we saved, can we tell that it tried to affect us some way?
Yep.
All right, cool. That's enough for me.
You definitely can tell that it tried some kind of mental affecting ability.
That is enough for me.
And Vaughn's clearly showing she's been hit.
No, nobody tries to screw around with me. So I'm gonna make. I'll move 5 feet forward, and I'll try to stick it with my long sword.
Okay, so you're going to make a swipe at her.
Probably not gonna hit though. 13.
Nope, you miss. You go wide.
All right, then I'll use my bonus action to use my crossbow. My hand crossbow.
Okay,
How about a 22?
that hits.
That's better. Let me get some dice out. I forgot to do that. 6. All right, 1d6 plus 4. 8 piercing. I guess I can't get sneak attack, can I? There's nobody within 5 feet.
You're right. And is that a magical crossbow?
It is not. It's just a regular old everyday.
So what was your damage?
8 piercing.
So 4.
Okay.
Interesting. I don't like you, friend.
Okay, so we are now at that top of the round. Mabel.
That's unfortunate. I wish that hit.
Let's see.
It's too bad.
Oh no. Oh no, I don't really have to do with
I'm trying to figure out what this one spell does. I'm sorry, I'm foggy brained. Okay, that just I think that just makes lights. I don't think it actually does anything. I guess I will try and hit it with my sword.
So you're stepping up and taking a swing.
I'm trying to remember what I need to roll for that. I'm sorry.
It's all D20s.
Oh, I missed that. I missed that entirely. I just rolled a 1.
That sounds like a botch.
Okay. And yeah, we're gonna just have you miss on that one at this point. And that was you, and then it takes it to me, and then that makes Luca on deck. So with mine, it's going to. So Val, you're just going about your business. So this thing doesn't concern you at all, Val. That's the whole thing. It's just this room is fine. It's fine. If someone attacks it and it attacks back, well, that's on them. It's none of your concern. This is a nice. You're basically taken out of the combat, is what the charm is meant to do.
Yeah, but so far I've seen 2 people attack this thing, which does not seem to be a threat.
Yeah, but that's on them. I mean, it doesn't. It's neither threat or helpful to you. It's just that this place is a place of peace for you, and why they're doing that, you have no idea. You're not even inclined to help it. You're just okay. On its turn, who's in front of it? Red and Mabel. Red, you hit it.
I did hit it. Yes, that's fair.
So it is going to take a swipe at you.
Sure.
And it is rolled a 15 to hit, plus 6 is 21.
Oh, I guess that hits.
Oh, it hit back. Okay.
Yeah, it hit back. 11 plus 4. 15 points of force damage.
Fuck me.
Where is all your belongings stored?
What do you mean, where is all my belongings stored?
Like, where do you keep your items of value?
I assume
coin pouches, trinkets. Are they around your neck, on your belt?
Probably. Yeah, I mean, I've said that there's like slots in my body, but there's probably like pouches and things like that.
Okay, well, one of them goes missing.
Mother.
The monster nicked your money.
Son of a.
And that is its action. And that brings me to Luca. You're up.
Okay.
Val,
She's going
deck.
to move 15 feet, 3 squares at a diagonal southwest.
Right here?
And then yes. Did you say this thing looks like a construct?
Sort of, yeah.
Or more
but
like
not
it's
really, because there's flesh. There's flesh. And by the way, that was your full round movement. Moving on these coins is difficult terrain. So you're at half movement.
Okay. All right, well then I will just shoot a couple of the bolts at it. Eldritch Blasts.
Okay.
Okay, so I rolled for the first attack and for Eldritch Blast. That is a 18 to hit.
18 hits it for sure.
For 7 damage. Second one is 30, 20 to hit. And that is a full 14 points of damage.
Damn, nice.
Oh, nice.
Nice to roll 10.
Okay. Is that at the end of your turn?
And that's my turn.
Okay. Val, what are you doing?
Question: am I allowed to try to heal members of the party?
No reason why you couldn't.
Okay. I I'm assuming I can basically, act on my own so long as I'm not, showing
Yeah,
favoritism.
you're just not interested in having a combat because this is a safe space.
Yeah. So Val's gonna walk over and just put a hand and do her healing touch spell on Red, while
Sweet.
saying to his ear, why are you fighting? There's no need to fight. We can all be friends with this. Now I need to do the
So roll
heals.
your-
Yeah. Trying to find this healing spell. Cure wounds. That's what it was called. There we go. 2d8.
Does Valna have to roll to see if they break out of the mind control thingy too?
Nope, it's just a time duration
Ah,
on this one.
That's
Unless it attacks him. If it attacks him or does something to hurt him, then
That's an 8 and a 6, so total of 14.
14? 14 healing.
Love that. Thank you, sir.
Is that the end of your turn, Val?
That's my action.
Okay, Red, you're up.
Okay.
Dipper, you're on deck.
Do I get the sense that Val is being charmed? Like, is there a way that I can tell that he's being affected?
After the words that Val spoke to you, make me an insight check.
Okay, cool. It will decide what I do with my action. 17.
There's a good chance that Val is charmed.
All right. And he is right behind me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn around and try to smack him in the face as hard as I can.
Okay.
Oh, you're going to smack a woman in the face?
Yeah, well, what can I say? Fucking get with it,
Okay. Roll damage.
woman. Just damage? You don't want to make an unarmed strike?
Nope, not on this one.
All right, cool.
Val's not interested in combat at this point.
Okay, well, I think it's just 2 damage.
Okay, Val, make me another wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, it's just 2 damage for some reason.
And that's a 1.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah, you don't know if it worked or not, but you smacked her a good one.
That's my action, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'm going to use my bonus action to do something, but I don't know what. To do something. Is there any place I can hide in here?
In the coins.
Can I try to bonus action hide in the coins?
Yeah, what's your maximum movement?
30 feet.
We're going to have a hiding coin goblin.
I just don't want to get hit again.
Yeah, so you are essentially hidden.
Sweet. Thank you. That's all I can do for now. I've tried.
Okay. And that takes us to Dipper. Dipper, you're up.
okay. I'm gonna try doing cunning action to try and dash kind of behind it to get away from it, kind of thing.
So you're disengaging.
Well, it says dash, disengage, or hide action.
She's dashing. She's trying to get over here.
Yeah.
But if she doesn't disengage, then she will get hit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
If you don't, you'll
So
take it
you
out.
disengaging or are you dashing past it?
I guess I'll disengage then and then use my movement speed to kind of run over where Luca is.
So you're able to get to about here.
Yeah, my movement speed is like 30.
Yeah, but your movement speed is only 15.
Yeah, it's half.
Because it's difficult terrain.
It's half in the coin.
Mhm.
Okay, so is that the end of your action?
This guy is tricky.
Yeah, I don't think I could really attack. Actually, wait. How far away is everyone?
Well, they are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Val's like 30 feet. Red, you're not sure where he went. He's past 30 feet. You know that. He's over on the other side of the room somewhere.
Yeah, so everyone's still too close to the monster. So, yeah, I think that's real stop.
I think we dropped Luca by accident.
Oh no.
She back.
There you go.
All right, so that's the end of Dipper, and now it's my turn. So, what is it going to do? Is it going to do
Cannot
anything?
fight what you cannot see, my friend.
No, it's going to do. All right.
Every now and then you see the top of Red's head pop up and then pop back down.
I just kind of funny. He just like pimp slapped Val. Val was just like,
All of the
Okay, what have I done?
Luca and Dipper, all the coins around your feet begin to kind of shake and tremble, and all of a sudden they erupt in a 10-foot radius straight towards you. I need you to make me dexterity saving throws, please.
Oh, dang.
Okay.
As it uses a legendary action of animate coins.
12.
Ouch. Mine would be 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Okay, an 18, you're fine. However, the 12, Luca, 10 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are prone.
Ouch.
You're knocked on your ass.
Right.
That's not good.
Oh,
Luca got hit with the money shower.
Well, these are
That is
heavy
the end
coins
of-
too. If you actually look at like old gold coins, they'd be heavy.
Yeah. That's the end of my turn, and that brings us to Luca. You're up, and Val, you're on deck.
Okay, so he's moved closer, but he's still 10 feet away or more.
Yep.
So I can still shoot off an Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast.
Yep.
Oh, that's good. I rolled 17, so that's 24 to hit.
You hit.
So that is 8 points of damage on that one.
Okay.
And the next one is she missed, is an 8 to hit. 9 to 9.
That's not going to hit anything.
Okay.
Oh,
Missed.
not
The
good.
second blast goes wide, just misses.
Okay, and that brings us to Val. What are you doing, Val?
Val, seeing that Luca has been hit, is she within 30 feet of me?
I don't need healed, I'm good.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep, exactly 30 feet.
I'm not sure.
Remember,
The
she has
character
armor of
obviously-
Agathis on, and you can see the armor still.
Fair enough. So I guess I can assume that you're not hurt that bad. Okay.
Yes, I would not appear to be just prone.
Then I guess I'm just going to.
Could I have used my movement to stand up at the end of that?
Yep, that's it. That's
I
all
would-
you can do is just stand up.
Yeah, stand up. I would have done.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to basically just stand there and just go, there's no need to fight, friends.
Can't we all just get along?
There's a lot of coins around. Val, just saying.
Yeah, but
Oh no, just starts taking up some coins and going, if I had these, I could rebuild Rashid.
So you start putting some in your pocket?
Yep.
Okay, that's fine.
there you go.
Can I get actually, Luca, you just went. Can I get you to make me an Arcana check?
Luca?
Yeah. And then we're gonna move to red.
Arcana check comes out at 22.
Something about the magical essence from this guardian is tethered to that plinth in the middle. Just so you know. Red, you're up.
Oh.
And Dipper, you're on deck.
Oh, pardon me. Is the entire floor covered in coins, or is it just like
Yes.
the outer edges?
No, it's pretty much everywhere.
Okay, cool.
There's
So
like
it'll be-
it's like
so it'll be-
dunes of coins.
So it's difficult terrain all the way to him, essentially.
Yeah, the whole
Okay.
room is difficult terrain.
Then I will have to bonus action dash because I can't make it there on 15 feet. And I'll attempt another swing with my awesome sword. Come on, awesome sword. Don't let me down. It's cocked. 1 second. Ooh, that's better. Come on in. 22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so this does extra damage against undead because it's fun like that. So
It's not undead.
Oh well, shit.
It's an aberration.
Big assumption.
I mean, it looks undead. All right.
It does.
I would assumed it was undead too.
That's fine.
Same
It
here.
looks undead.
I believe it's a magical sword.
Yep, it is.
That's magic damage. 1d8 plus 2. So 6, 7, 8. 8 slashing to it.
8 slashing. Very nice.
They're technically somebody within 5. Is Dipper technically within 5 feet? Because
No,
she's diagonal to it.
She's 5 feet from it, but she's about 15 feet from you.
No, that's fine. It doesn't matter. As long as there's somebody within 5 feet of it that I can get sneak attack.
Yeah.
And that's very important.
Yeah,
Because
you
that's
can.
more damage. Wow, nice. Plus an extra 10 for a sneak attack, which is not magical, I don't think.
Yeah, it's not.
But hey, I'll take it. Any damage.
It's all right. It helps.
Any damage.
And that brings us to the top of the round. Dipper, you're up.
Okay. I guess since this thing's so close to me, I'm gonna try and do 2-weapon fighting. Why not? So I'm gonna try and attack it with my 2 daggers.
Okay.
The first one was a 20.
Hits.
Second one was a 10.
Misses.
Okay, gotta double check how much damage. So it's 1d4 plus 4. That'd be 7 damage.
Okay. Is that magical?
No, I just kind of stabbed it.
Okay. All right. And that's the end of your turn. That brings it to him. And what is he going to do? I think at this point, once again, the coins burst into this bright flash of golden light. Can I get everybody except for Val to make me a charisma saving throw, please?
Charisma.
And does he? Nope. And it does not.
24 for Luca.
Well, that's 15.
Okay.
18.
Okay. So you guys are all fine once again. And that is the end of its round. So now we are going to go to Luca. You're up.
Okay, so can I get a clarification? You said that it's tied to that plinth. Are you talking about the plinth in the first room that before we went
Nope,
through the
the
door
one
over
in the
here?
center of this room. The one it was sitting
that-
on originally.
It was sitting on when we arrived here.
Yeah.
And she saw that there's something.
Val,
Pretty
3
low.
points of psychic damage.
3 points of psychic.
I think she's very carefully going to move back on a diagonal 10 feet, so the other side of Mabel, and then 5 feet more to the right, heading toward that plinth just to see.
The plinth is down here.
Oops. Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
then,
further, man.
then I moved. Well, no, I'm still trying to Oh,
So
so maybe I could have moved down
could've
to get
gone
closer to
this-
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
let's go down.
this way.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was that. That
I
was
think
the.
you can get to about here.
Yeah, there. Okay. Then
Okay.
I will do another Eldritch Blast. 2 Eldritch Blasts at it. At the guy.
Okay.
Oh,
What did he try to do, by the way, with the thing we just resisted? The charm?
Trying to charm
again?
you again.
Okay. I just rolled a nat 20 to hit him.
Nice.
So I get double damage from my D10, is that right?
Yep, your initial die roll.
that's very cool.
So that is still only 8 points of damage on that one. And then the next one to hit is a... Ooh, that's not so good. That's only a 12 to hit. Does that miss him?
That misses him.
Okay, so the second Eldritch Blast goes wide.
Yes.
That's my turn.
And that's it?
Yep.
Okay. Val, you're up. Red, you're on deck.
Does anyone look hurt? And that includes the bad guy.
That guy looks hurt.
Okay.
Why would you heal him?
10, 15.
Because he's charmed.
Val just goes to cure wounds him now. Of course, now's the time I roll 2 8s. 16.
16 back. Nice. Okay.
So you heal the
And
bad
Red,
guy.
you're up. You just seen this, Red. You just seen him heal the enemy.
All right. I guess I'll try to smack some sense into him again.
I think
Okay.
Val knows it's good, isn't she?
Well, smack. You get another smack. Val, make me another wisdom saving throw, please.
Well, that's a 6.
Bro. Come on.
Well, you're not sure if it worked or not, but you smacked her again.
I'm not having a good day with this
I
time.
will let you make another action, though, Red, because you just basically like elbowing her or whatever.
I guess I'll use my longsword against it. 19 hit.
Yeah, yes, it does.
6 slashing, and I'll get my sneak attack, and 7 for sneak attack.
Okay, there we go. And that is the end for Red, and we're back up to Dipper, top of the round.
Okay. Let's see. I think I'm gonna try and do 2 weapon fighting again. Hopefully, do some damage back to it. $10
Yep,
and a 2, so I don't think I hit.
missed and missed. Okay, so that brings it to it, and it's going to take a swing at you. An actual
Fun.
physical swing. That is a 12 plus 12 plus 6, 18 to hit. I think an 18 that hits you, Dipper.
So it's armor class, right?
Yep.
My armor class is 15, so I'm pretty sure you hit.
18 points of force damage
Oofed.
and a random pouch of value, whether it have coin in it or a trinket in it or something of value that's on your person, is gone missing.
Okay, so I'm annoyed with it.
Your personage is a little bit lighter at this point. And that is the end of its round. And with that, it will pass it on to Luca.
Luca will move 10 feet to the right and try to see what that connection is between
It's
it.
just some kind of a magical connection between the two. You're not sure what
Does
it
she
is.
think that if she steps onto it, that would do anything?
Well, you'd have to climb up on it. It's kind of like a pedestal type plinth. It's a little bit higher up where you have to kind of sit on it. But yeah, it doesn't look like that. It doesn't look like a pressure plate or anything like that. There's just something connected to the magical essence that is that guardian.
Okay. Well, then I
Are
guess
you
I'll
doing-
fire another couple Eldritch Blasts at it.
Okay, fire away.
Just curious, how many rounds does the charm go for right away?
10.
The first hit was a 14. Did that hit?
Missed.
Okay, and the second one should hit. That's a dirty 20.
That hits.
So that's 7 points of damage.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. And that brings us to Val. You're up.
Who looks it?
And with that, Val, take 3 more points of psychic damage.
Okie dokie. But yeah, does anyone look hurt in the scuffle?
Mabel would probably look pretty hurt.
Yeah, maybe we'll look hurt.
Okay.
Dipper would look pretty hurt.
Can I get to Dipper within 15 feet?
Yep. There you go.
Okay. Walking over. I just put my hand on Dipper and go, why are we fighting this? We are all friends here. Gonna roll the healing. And that's 6 total.
You get 6 points of healing. It's better than nothing. And that takes us to Red. You're up.
Alrighty. I'll swing with the long sword. Oh god, natural 1.
And
That
no
sounds
one's
like a
close enough.
botch.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I will also I'll say it. Sorry. I'll use my crossbow as a bonus action.
Okay.
19. Gilly.
Hits.
That's good. Oh god. So 5 plus sneak attack. 5, 6, 11.
11, so
But it's not magical.
5. Okay. You still damaged it. Okay. And that's Red. And now we go to the top of the round. That's Dipper. Dipper, you're up.
Okay. Dipper's very annoyed with this thing, so she's gonna try and attack it again.
Okay.
She wants this thing dead. 15
That hit.
and 16.
That hits too.
Okay, so the first one does 8 damage.
8, yep.
Second one does 6 damage.
So 14, so half of that is 7. Okay, it's now classified as bloodied. It's definitely taken a beating.
Can I try and use some of my movement as well? Because I'm kind of really close to it.
Yeah, you want to kind of...
Yeah, I'm gonna try and end closer to where Duca is.
Okay, so this way. Okay. All right, and that is in your turn, and then it's going to go. And what's it going to do? Can't do that because it didn't charge. Mm-hmm. 5, 10, 5, 10. Actually, everybody's within 10 feet. Everybody needs to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Dexterity?
Yep.
Okay, that dice is getting banished now.
Yeah, right. Same here.
16 for Luca.
Oh. Can I add build for success to mine? Because my roll is bad.
Yeah, isn't that what the whole point of built?
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm just making sure. That's something better, but 14.
Okay. So you got a 14. Luca, you got what?
16.
16. Mabel?
I'm really worried because I got an 11.
Okay. Val?
3.
Oh dear.
Okay. So Val and Dipper, you guys are going to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage, and you're both prone. You're on your ass. You can also make me at this point, Val, another charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Is that another coin eruption that they encountered?
Yes, the coins at your feet just all of a sudden erupt and blast you, like almost like the coins themselves are attacking you.
No. Coins are not supposed to be mad. They're supposed to go in my pocket so I can spend them on useless crap.
Val, you never actually told me how much you healed Dipper for when you healed her.
6.
6.
Okay.
Excuse me.
I don't know why all my characters have like a New Jersey accent. Sorry, I just
Would you like to do New Jersey accents?
I guess so. I don't know. I just realized that.
Oh, that's not good. Did I mention I have to put the good at saves?
So you're technically still charmed?
I rolled a 7.
Oh,
Okay.
dude.
You're technically still charmed.
Put that guy's in jail, man.
And because that's on me.
However, that's the new one.
That's so
It's
funny.
been about 10 rounds at this point. The charm fades. And you realize, Val, that you've been charmed.
Oh, dear.
You've been still being helpful, but to both sides.
Yeah.
You know, you're doing your thing, but that's the end. I mean, that's the end of his turn. And as the charm fades, you guys all hear this. The room speaks. All debts are remembered.
Uh-oh.
And with that, we're going to move on to Luca. You're up.
That probably applies to Val.
It was spoken aloud to the entire room.
Yeah,
It didn't speak. The room did.
I screwed around too.
All right. Let's. So, well, it's looking like we're chipping away at it. So I guess you just shoot another couple Eldritch Blasts.
Okay.
First roll is 25 to hit.
Voice.
Hit.
That's 7 points of damage. Next roll is a 14 to hit. Miss.
Misses.
Goes wide.
Okay. So with that, it's Val. You're up.
Time to vampire. Vampiric touch, bad guy.
Okay. Roll it.
$19.
Hey, there you
Hit.
go.
Boom. Get your hand on it.
Trying to remember how much that spell takes off. 3d6. So
Yeah, that's all right.
And I get half of it back.
Oh, that's
So I got a total of 18. No, sorry. 14. And I got 7 back.
Nice.
Okay. And that would be the end of Elle's turn, and we're on to Red. Red, you're up.
Grr. I really don't like this guy.
Red can join the club.
Seriously, he's kind of annoying. I'm gonna use steady aim to give myself advantage on this attack. And I'm gonna try to hit him with my longsword. That's better. I gotta use that. Did it 19 to hit?
Hits.
Good. Good damage. 7 and then sneak attack. That's very good. So 7 magical damage and 8 non-magical. Hey, all right.
Okay, as the Vault Guardian collapses, its form melts into a swirl of golden dust and discarded wealth. As it does, Mabel, you recognize something dropped to the ground, and so do you, Red. Items that, well, they were on your person at one point, but now they're just sitting there. So you
The stuff
guys
it stole.
retrieve your belongings.
So in that case, you would see that Dipper would be very upset and pick up her blonde-haired, blue-eyed doll. Be very annoyed with this thing.
2 points of psychic damage, Val.
Oh dear. I still have that, don't I?
Have what?
Does Val realize now, being not charmed, why he is feeling like he's taking damage?
No.
Well, I know
Nothing
Val would probably get
directly-
rid of that money.
Okay. So you empty your pockets?
Yeah, if she notices she has money that she, that she didn't have before, she would just get rid of it.
As you drop it back to the ground, you hear an echo just close to you that says, "Gold buys truth." You gain +2 insight until the end of this scene, which is pretty much here. However, you guys all hear the room say, "Value is blood."
I don't have blood.
Everybody take 3 points of psychic damage.
What the heck?
As it just kind of just booms in your head.
Ow!
Yeah,
Val is getting
Dipper's
nickel
hooded. Dipper is
As
hooded.
the pressure that you guys felt when you came into the vault, it lifts from your minds. The golden glow dims to a flickering like torchlight in the room, and the vault no longer hums or whispers. The coins are no longer whispering. What remains is only silence and the lingering question of whether value, once corrupted, can ever truly be cleansed. On where you were standing, Luca, the plinth that was there has split open, and there is a pile of just fresh minted gold currency coins on the ground, about 600 gold pieces worth. You guys all kind of see this in the center of the room, and there's a ledger book that drops beside it.
So Luca would go look at the ledger book.
Okay.
Red is almost. It's almost like an impulse that he can't control, and he immediately starts heading for the gold that's spelled out.
Okay. You're gathering up the gold coin?
As much as I can, yeah.
Well, as much as you think you can carry, there's 600 gold pieces there, so.
I mean,
By the way, if I may say, Luca, finds this all very strange. She knows that the people that she's met value items and gold and such, but coming from the Ether Bloom as she does, Luca really doesn't have anything.
Yeah, there's nothing really in the
that
Ether
is
Bloom.
valuable to her.
Yeah, the greed in the Ether Bloom is entirely different than it is here.
Exactly. She has nothing she's
This
attached
currency
to.
thing, just gold and treasures. I mean, it kind of pointless. You do find that ledger, there's something different about it. That's all you can really tell right off of first glance. at that.
She would say this looks different. Can't tell what, but it's something different.
Yeah, you want to make an Arcana check?
Sure.
Red will probably pick up about 50 or 60 coins.
Dippa's kind of annoying what's going on right now and is kind of dusting off her doll and kind of making sure it's not damaged or anything and fits in its hair.
Val's gonna look around to see if she can find her shovel here.
That's a dirty 20.
No.
Your shovel.
Shovel and the dagger are permanently gone.
Wanted to make sure.
Yeah, the dirty 20. This ledger is magical. It's a wondrous item. You're not exactly sure what it does, but while you're kind of reading it over and you're looking at it, you're reading the words on it, it's almost like you're doing a ritual casting, and you cast Identify.
Oh, nice.
The ledger itself grants +2 insight to detect lies tied to any trade or finance. And it will allow you to cast Identify using a ritual once per day.
Nice.
And now it's been used today.
Oh.
As the air in the vault stills, where once gold shimmered with a life of its own, now only inert metal remains. You've got a pocket full, Red. Everybody saw you kind of scooping up.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't hiding it.
The obsidian walls, once pulsing with arcane veins, dulled to a soot-gray silence. The coins crunch softly beneath your feet, lifeless and heavy. The magic has lifted, or perhaps fled. In the center of the vault is that cracked plinth, and it has all the coin gathered up, and you've picked up the ledger. You hear a final hiss, and this golden mist rises up and reveals a bundle wrapped in ancient cloth.
What is this? So we'll pick up the bundle and unwrap to see what it is.
Yeah, it's some kind of an object. You're not really familiar with what it is. It looks like it's important to somebody, perhaps somebody in town. It looks like something from a minting process. Perhaps one of the press plates or...
So we gather that up to take back to the villagers.
Okay.
So she asks, well, I saw, Red, that you took some of the gold. What are we going to do with all this other gold? Do you think it's all still cursed? Do you think we should just leave it here and say we found nothing? But we defeated the evil thing that was causing the trouble?
Why don't I stand around for a few minutes and see if I get affected by it, and then if we're good, we're good.
Try that.
Okay.
So can we take a short rest here?
That's what I was thinking. It's kind of alluding.
Yeah, so you're going to take a short rest in the vault?
Does it seem like a relatively safe place to sit for a little bit?
Guardian's gone. It seems like the magic is faded.
That's what I was thinking. Would y'all like to sit for a little bit and see what happens if you take the gold out of the middle?
Yeah, sure, why not?
I'm happy to be
not?
a guinea pig.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nothing seems to happen. You guys spend an hour here and rest up.
Meanwhile, Valo's basically healing anybody she can.
Yes, and you guys that have hit dice should probably be rolling them to help.
Yeah, I was just going to say I rolled my hit dice. I'm back up at full. So,
So at this point, you guys head up. And as you step back into the Gilded Hollow sunlight, the weight of what was hidden beneath the town presses on your thoughts. Value, after all, is more than gold. It's what you're willing to give up to protect others from it. And not every vault stays closed forever. You return that item to Mayor Marquez. Is it Marquez? Yeah, Mayor Marquez. She does ask when you give her this item, was there any currency that you recovered from the vault?
Luca glances over and says, "Red might sell."
Oh, damn it. Yeah, I'll give her most of the gold.
Okay,
I'll try to.
so you do
keep some of it.
you do keep some of it. Roll me a deception check.
Cool. 16.
Okay, you hand her back a portion. I
gotta.
And she provides, with many thanks for your help. And again, if there's ever anything you guys need when you're in town here in Gilded Hollow, I'm sure we could arrange something for you. There are clerics that are standing by with the mayor. They seem to be busy, and they seem to be going towards the vault area that you came out of, looking like they're going to steal it. Just in case that lower vault, they're going to close it off. These are clerics of sides, and whether or not what they do, you're not certain. Who's taking part of the coins? Are you keeping whatever coin you saved, Red? Are you sharing it? What's going on with that?
Grumble. Yeah, I'll share with the rest of the party.
No, Luca won't take any. He has no need of it.
That's fair. Yeah, whatever. I'll share with the rest of the party. I'm not gonna be that guy.
Assuming that it's cursed.
You can't. You can't do that.
I haven't. I was gonna say on the way back to returning the gold and things like that, I would have mentioned to the rest of the party how it was not affecting me. Like I was not. It didn't seemingly have any effect on me.
Oh, okay. If that's the case, Val will take some of it if you're off.
Yeah, you're not hearing whispers, or you're not hearing any of that stuff. It was just it's on your personal. So Val, you take some. What about you, Dipper?
He would take some.
Party on the way, so. Yeah.
So let's just say you had 300 gold. You split it. There's 100 gold pieces each.
Beauty.
Okay. Also, Dipper would talk to Val because she had to lose something precious to her. She would apologize to her that she wasn't willing to give up her own precious item, and show her the doll and explain that it's the only thing that she has left of her parents, which is what's important about the doll.
Val would just smile and go, "I understand. It's something that I'm guessing is tied to someone that you love." She just taps your shoulder and says, "It is okay. My ties to people I love have already run dry."
Okay.
So you guys have spent some time in Gilded Hollow. You spend some time returning to Mistwood. You spend some time in town. As we know, when we're on these quests, it's kind of like an extended time duration. And this would have taken, in the terms of the Roaring Fox time, probably took place a couple weeks back. By the time you got back, so you've been back in town for a while doing whatever else. As you are getting back to the town of Mistwood, this is weeks later after you've solved this mystery of the vault.
Yep.
There's word reaches you that there's a baker in the Mistwood market who's refusing to sell her bread for anything but the gold that whispers. There's a child you hear from Silvervale that tried to plant a coin, saying it would grow into a tower.
What?
And I'll leave it at that.
Wait, what?
Yeah. You guys have completed Secrets Beneath the Gilded Stones.
Hey.
I will let you know at this point, you will be able to pinpoint it that the coin that you had, that the three of you had, was cursed.
Oh dear.
However, not to hold on to. Only once you use it to buy something, which at some point over a couple weeks, you've probably tossed a coin here and there to somebody, and it has spread. So now you're getting these ripple effects that have kind of gone out. So, yeah.
We are going there to stop this thing. You guys go and take coin from the cursed place that's causing the trouble.
He said I'm affected. I'm a thief. I was like, I want money.
Okay, so let's go through experience points here.
You rogues.
Yeah.
Well, by the way, Luca would suggest that, she or maybe Velna, whatever, hangs on to that magical ledger
Yes.
that you can ritual cast identify, and that people that are returning from future missions can come use it to
Yeah.
identify their
If you're not going to
items
take it,
that they
Val will.
found. I'd like to keep it, but Val can definitely come use it anytime, is what she's saying.
Fair enough.
Super useful.
All right, so come visit and have tea at Great Cliff Cottage if you need something identified.
Oh,
Cool.
13, 15.
Val would just
20.
basically shake your hand and go, I like my tea black.
And let me see here. Experience-wise.
Only the best teas from Gilded Hollow and where's the other
Everybody
place
gets
that's
800
on
experience
there?
points.
Woo.
How much? 800?
800.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
And the only thing of value that you guys really ended up with was that coin-bound ledger.
Which
And
Luca's
the 600
keeping and
gold
sharing. Yeah.
Yep. 600 gold pieces in cursed coin. Which now that you figure out a couple weeks later, you can slowly purify it and make it good for your own use again. So you don't have to worry about it. But it has already spread.
How much did we get again? Like each? Because we split it.
Gold, 100.
100? Okay.
Yeah. Now, perhaps there'll be another mini adventure dealing with the repercussions of this curse. Who knows? one area at a time. Go uncover the planted coin that turns into a tower. Or
Deacon, what was the ledger's ability, the +2 insight to detect lies on what?
yeah, the ledger itself grants +2 insight bonus on all like finance or deception checks dealing with money or trade.
That's cool.
And once per day, you can cast Ritual Identify.
Yep. Okay.
That's very cool.
10 more experience, I would have gone up a level.
Wow, seriously.
You know what? Go up a level. Take the 10. Everybody take 10 extra experience points.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, 200.
You're only 10 experience points short. I mean, come on. I'm not that.
Well, you'd probably get that for the week anyway for your weekly.
Yeah, probably. I haven't done the weekly XP rewards yet.
That's
I do them every week, but I haven't really done it because you normally don't get any, Mabel, because you're not in the Discord. So
No.
that's why you don't get the weekly XP rewards. So.
Nope.
Oh,
All right.
thought she was.
So that
Okay.
concludes our adventure. So again, anybody out there watching, thank you very, very much. Said it was going to be a little bit of a shorter episode because it was just finishing up what these guys left behind the last time. And they did very well. They actually they fixed the vault issue. Maybe not the curse issue, but they fixed the vault issue. And we'll deal with the rest. Exactly. One thing at a time. Again, role-playing fans, you love your D&D or anything of that nature, be sure to click our link bio page. Check out our socials. We are on all the socials. Check out our Discord community where you can become part of the community, become part of these live streams. We do them Tuesdays as our mini adventures. Thursdays, we got a regular planned campaign series coming up. Saturdays, we do a dungeon crawl series. And then Sundays we do some online role-playing stuff. And then we have future stuff in the works for June, July, August, those times as well. So again, I look forward to greeting new people in the community. And again, I hope in the meantime, all your rolls are critical, not just the 20, but also that 1, because sometimes that critical 1 can be just as much fun. Bye for now, everybody, and we will see you next time.